Hello and welcome back to another Dominion Discord Smash Ultimate match. I was a little late to realize that they were getting started, but we have here markusin, who just moved up to the number 3 spots after a win against Hexecutable versus kHz, whose first account is a not Pichu account, so kHz 2 is Pichu only. I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe they... some controller issues. Okay, well that gives me a little bit of time to say some more things. Yeah, so kHz is a very strong melee player. I don't know if I can specify exactly how strong, but almost certainly, like, far and away the best melee player of any of the players on this ladder. But of course we're playing Ultimate, so we'll have to see how much transfer there is between those things. Meanwhile, markusin, as I said, just moved up into the number 3 spot. So number 1 is Cap Lane 1, number 2 is my first account, my Ike only account, number 3 is markusin's account. And kHz, since he did not play in the tournament, is currently unranked. Alright, here we go, for real this time. So yeah, kHz playing Bowser into markusin's YLink. Seems like a tough matchup for Bowser, but I've never seen kHz play before. I have no idea how good he is, so don't really know what to expect. Not looking too hot so far. Although, I mean, I guess it's worth noting that Bowser is so heavy that being at 100%, not really like the biggest deal in the world. Oh my lord. What was he at, like 60? I want to say he was at, I know he was at 50 like just a little bit before that. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by those Bowser F smashes, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, YLink is going to have no trouble racking up damage against Bowser. The question is how effective he's going to be at securing kills. Oh, that was a very unsafe down B. A little surprised to see that come out there. Punished accordingly. But as a result, we are back to pretty much even. And once again, kHz seems to be having some trouble getting in on markusin, understandably so. Probably markusin wanted a short hop fair there, not a full hop, would be my guess. I don't think I would be going for down air too much as markusin in this. It looked like he was trying to start some down airs and was like running into the platform. But I would be against Bowser. I'd be pretty content to just stick with like the relatively safe options. Just and basically just chip him to death, because like so long as you don't do anything unsafe, it's going to be really hard for Bowser to land any of those big hits like he did in the first stock. Well, that was a nice intercept on the Nair. I don't know if that was contingent on Bowser's, like, tough guy armor or whatever, because it looked like the Nair should have still been active. Got the grab out anyway. I will admit I'm not fully familiar with how that mechanic works. Okay, yeah, I was wondering if he was going to do that again. I was about to say, don't down B again. But markusin actually wasn't able to punish it. One tool that Bowser has that's good in both melee and ultimate, pretty much the only tool that he has that's good in melee, is up B out of shield. So I think that might be a good thing for kHz to bust out. In any case, markusin up 1-0. We actually have had 4 challenges so far, and all of the challengers have won. So markusin looking to be the first person to defend their position on the ladder. Okay, kHz is actually going to change it up character-wise to Palutena, so never mind about up B out of shield. We saw this matchup with Hexecutable and markusin in the last match, the markusin challenge of Hexecutable. We'll see if kHz has some different technology to bring to the table. Markusin did drop a game to Hexecutable's Palutena before taking game 4 and finishing out the set, but did also SD in that game, in a close game, so unclear whether who would have won that game if not for the SD. But yeah, already, once again, markusin kind of running away with the percent lead here. Which is definitely more surprising and more concerning for kHz than it is with Bowser. Yeah, pretty clean stock again for markusin. Just kind of harassing kHz to death. Yeah, that's a nice follow-up dash attack into fair. markusin going into a little bit more of a patient defensive mode here. Could be because he's at high damage, could just be because kHz has started to get some hits in. The bomb setup, I like it. You set the bomb up on the left side of the platform, kHz feels obligated to get up to the right, and then you anticipate that and punish. Good stuff from markusin there. It's a reset with the boomerang there on the no-tech. Didn't actually know that was possible. But yeah, this is looking really rough for kHz. I suppose the main reason the first game was closer was because of that one big F smash, so I don't know if it's there's too much to read into the character difference. Oof. markusin with a commanding victory there. And takes the 2-0 set lead. Yeah, I think this is much less a question of the character pick and much more of kHz needing to figure out how to deal with YLink's projectile game. Alright, now we got an Inkling coming out from kHz. So, seen that from Caplane. I I can see how Inkling would appeal to somebody with history of playing melee. Which actually applies to cap lane as well. Should be noted. I can understand the impulse to switch characters and, you know, when things are not going your way. But I will say, I'm not sure that this is actually going to be as beneficial as just like focusing on, like I said, how to deal with the projectile game, regardless of like who the character is. I mean, obviously, how you do that can make a big difference depending on the character. Oh. Okay. Guess we're not going to get to watch that game. But yeah, so I'll just mention that in general, I think that while it certainly makes a difference, you know, which character you're playing in terms of how you're able to deal with the projectiles, I think... I mean, I haven't seen enough of kHz's play to know for sure that he doesn't have some character that he can pull out that would suddenly, you know, make the matchup, you know, neutral look favorable or whatever. But, yeah, I think given that he got just kind of bounced around by the projectiles in both games, that was more representative of the problem, because Bowser and Palutena aren't that like similar of characters to where you would expect them to struggle in the same ways based on like character specific stuff. It's more of just a general thing. So, well, hopefully kHz wins this game so that we can watch a game 4, but at the very least, I'll stick around and see what the outcome is, even if I don't get to observe it directly. It's frustrating how this spectating system works insofar as, like, I can't, like, reconnect and then just, like, you know, buffer the game, you know, like, just watch it, like, on a 2-minute delay or whatever it would be. Like, I don't see why that would be so bad. Sounds like Markusin took the game. So, congratulations to Markusin. Defends his position. So kHz, as a result of being unranked and challenging and losing, goes into the ladder at the bottom. There's the way that this works is that you kind of have like a one-time opportunity to challenge your way all the way up when you join the ladder, but if you lose, you go to the bottom, so you kind of want to choose carefully so that you don't like bite off more than you can chew and then have to go through a bunch of incremental steps after that you wouldn't otherwise need to do. Because there is in general, there is a challenge range restriction. Anyway, so not much else to say about that since we didn't get to see the third game. So thanks for watching, and I will be back hopefully soon with some more matches. Till then.